If you're an American, chances are you occasionally drink bottled water. In fact, America is the largest consumer market for bottled water, and Americans consume 1,500 bottles every second. Brands like Poland Spring, Aquafina, and Evian are constantly referring to their water as fresh or pure, and their labels, as well as their commercials, often feature scenes of nature, like a mountain at sunset or a stream surrounded by pine trees. But is this really the case? Is bottled water really cleaner, healthier, or more natural than the water that comes straight out of our taps? Unfortunately, recent studies suggest that the bottled water phenomenon is doing much more harm than good. So, what's wrong with the bottled water industry, and why should we care? Well, for starters, it can affect our health. Almost all plastic bottles are produced using BPA, a chemical that makes plastic hard and clear. Both Canada and the European Union have already declared BPA a toxic substance. BPA is linked with a variety of conditions, including reduced fertility, early puberty, birth defects, premature labor, neurological difficulties, and even certain types of cancer. Other carcinogens and contaminants have been found in bottled water as well, including E. coli, fecal coliform, phthalates, trihalmethanes, and even arsenic. So, why are bottled water companies allowed to advertise their products as clean, healthy, and natural when they actually aren't? Well, part of it has to do with the way that bottled water is regulated. Unlike tap water, which is subject to strict regulations under the EPA, bottled water is regulated by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. This is because bottled water companies add certain minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, and chlorides to their water, making it technically a beverage. Unlike the FDA, bottled water companies cannot be required to provide certified testing, report violations, or even tell consumers where the water came from, how it was treated, or what additives it might contain. So remember all those brand labels featuring mountains and streams? Well, studies have found that 25% of all bottled water comes, you guessed it, straight from the tap. Companies simply add some minerals, bottle it up, and sell it back to you at 300 times the cost. And as much as bottled water might be costing you, it's costing our planet more, a lot more. Every year, Americans are consuming more and more bottled water. In 2012, the increase was over 6% and is expected to keep rising. With a recycling rate of only 23% in the US, plastic bottles are piling up. But by switching from disposable to reusable option, each person can keep an average of almost 1,500 bottles per year out of landfills. So make the earth and yourself a little healthier and invest in a reusable water bottle.